Good evening, everyone. I welcome you to today. Today I'm going to take you through some interesting things. I'll take you through order block, demand, supply, breaker block. Those are some of the terms that are very common nowadays in the foreign exchange market. So I'm going to break it down for you. But before then, when you look on my screen, you can see my book, The Way to the Foreign Exchange Market. I would advise that you get that book to start your foreign exchange trading. This will give you background about what the whole foreign exchange market is all about, and then build your competence in that area. So I would advise that you get that book, The Way to the Foreign Exchange Market. You can get a book from the jkmarket.co.uk website. Okay, so let's quickly delve into today's section where I take you through what order blocks are. Yes, so I believe you can all see my screen except those on TikTok. Yes, so I'll talk about order blocks. First of all, we will want to define what an order block is. Okay, so on my screen you can see the definition that is there for what an order block is. Alright, so let's do with this one. So an order block is simply a price zone on the chart where big institution place large buy or sell orders, causing a strong move in the market. When price returns to that zone later, it often reacts because unfilled institutional orders may still be sitting there. So that's basically what an order block is. There are areas where large institutions place their orders. Okay, so let's look at it from the chart and try to identify some order blocks. I want a very clear one for today's example. Yes, so this black candle, the last black candle here, this one here, is referred to as an order block. This black candle here. The reason is that there are a lot of orders here placed by institutional traders. So you will notice that when the pair moved and touched this area, it began to sell. So there are a lot of sell orders here. This order block is sometimes referred to as supply zone. Okay, so if you hear supply zone, it still means there is an order block there. Yeah, that is it basically. So supply zones are like order blocks. Okay, sometimes they are resistance and support zones. So it's just individuals giving different names to different things. But it's the same thing, the same scenario, the same analogy, but they just gave it different names. Okay. Now let me look at a bullish one. There are a lot of them, but I want a one that is very visible so you can learn from it. Right, so let's see something like this one. This blue candle here is an order block. So you notice that when the pair touched it, there were a lot of institutional buys here. So the moment it touched it, it moved up. look at it. This is the week. The week tells a story. The story is that there are a lot of buy orders here. Immediately it touched it, it moved up. Immediately it touched it, it moved up. This is the same thing someone will refer to as a demand zone. So they will say there is a demand zone here. It's not different from an order block. It's the same story. Different people saying different things because of maybe different people tutoring them or mentoring them about these things. Okay, so this is a bullish order block. The previous one is a bearish order block. Okay, so we continue. So the next thing we will look at will be breakout blocks. What are breakout blocks? What do we refer to as breakout blocks? Is the next thing. So a breakout block is a failed order block. But I want to put the definition here. So a breakout block is a smart money zone that forms when an order block fails and price flip direction. It shows where liquidity was grabbed and where the market is now using the same zone as support or resistance. Okay, so that's how I refer to as role reversal. Okay, so role reversals zones, there is likelihood that there is a breakout block there. Now let's look at an example of a breakout block. Well, so I'm looking at this zone. So when you look here, there is a lower low, and then there is a lower high, and then there is a lower low. We expect that there is going to be a lower high, which should be, let's see, let me use this. So we expect this to be a lower high, okay, and then it came down like this, and then I want another lower high here, but this order block failed. This order block here failed. Okay, so you notice this order block has failed. Because it has failed, it's now what? A breakout block. Let me mark it clearly. So this order block here, this candle here, has failed, now has become what? A breakout block, which is similar to what? A support. So the breakout block, this candle broke through this order block, it has become a breakout block, become a support. The pair moves to the support and then pushed up. So that's what a breakout block. That's what a breakout block. Yeah, so now let's continue. So a breakout block is similar to support and resistance zones on maybe, so let's say the pair is moving like this, then we expect this to hold, but it crosses it. This zone becomes the breakout block. The pair can move and touch the breaker and then drop. Alright, let me teach you another form of the order block. Yes. So let's look at this. When this pair was moving up, and then all of a sudden there is a sell here. So a lot of buy pressure, and then there is a sell trade. However, after this sell trade, the buyers engage in the market again and then push the market up. So it means that there were a lot of buy orders here. That's how come this thing moved up. You take the currency market as a tug of war between buyers and sellers. So if there is a seller here, and obviously you can see the pair moving up, telling you there is a more buyers compared to the sellers here. That's how can it move up. So you refer to this blue candle here as an order block or a demand zone. You notice that after the pair reversed and touched the order block or a demand zone, the pair moved up. Okay, and that can happen with the buy scenario as well, or the sell scenario. So that's for order blocks and breaker blocks. Okay, so let's look at an example here. You would have traded here as what? As a support, a resistance that was broken, so it has become a support. Notice the pair reaches the support and then moved up. Someone will treat it as what? A breaker block, because there is a failed order block. This order block has failed, so it has become a breaker block. Okay, yeah. So I think I spoke about most of the important things. I spoke about support and resistance. I spoke about demand and supply. I spoke about order blocks and breaker blocks. They are not different things. They are just different names given to the same scenario, depending on whoever is mentoring the new trader. Yeah, so they are not new things at all. When you see them on the chart, when someone is talking about support and resistance, there is probably a breaker block there. When someone is talking about demand and supply, there is probably an order block there. So it's not different depending on who is teaching you. You have to understand that candlesticks are always telling you stories. You have to read the story that the candlestick is saying, and that's what will give you an edge in the market. Okay, that's how to give you an edge in the market. However, don't forget to get the book, The Way to Forex Trading Market, on the jkmarkets.co.uk website. You go to the jkmarket.co.uk website, you can get the book, The Way to the Foreign Exchange Market. That can be the point where you start. You learn the basics of the foreign exchange market and learn some of the basic strategies that you could use. You can also visit the JK Markets on YouTube. There are a lot of videos there that can help you start your foreign exchange trading. Okay, so I'll end today's one here. If you come across this video, go to the description sections. There are a lot of links there that can help you link to me. You can contact me, you can send me some of the examples of these things. So I want you to identify order block, identify breaker block, identify demand, identify supply, draw support and resistance, and you can send it to me and I'll verify if you are doing the right thing. I wish you all the best and have a beautiful week. Okay, if you have any question, just put it in the comment section and I'll do another video on it.